I've recently started working on a new game. In brief, the player will explore and loot procedurally generated levels, fighting various creatures along the way. This sounds suspiciously like a dungeon crawler, and that's because it is. Compared to other games, dungeon crawlers have the advantage of relatively simple gameplay while still being fun. This is an appealing prospect because this should make my life easier and let me develop a simple engine at the same time, which I can reuse in future projects. For all intents and purposes, this game is my first serious attempt at procedurally generated content. As in all things, I turned to Google for help. The first approach I found seemed the most direct. It involved connecting lots of randomly generated rectangles, which doesn't seem too difficult. However, as I continued to read the article, the author started using big words like triangulate, so I moved on. I eventually stumbled on the idea of using binary space petitions. Imagine cutting a piece of paper into two, then cutting those papers into two, and so on. What do you have? A binary space petition. Or a shredder, depending on your outlook. Anyway, using this concept of petitioning space, it makes generating rooms for connecting corridors reasonably simple. I suppose the main disadvantage of this method is the layout is quite grid-like, but I'm not too fussed about this. My implementation doesn't allow for loops, or more than one corridor connecting regions together. I like this because it will allow me to separate each map into sections which need to be unlocked one after the other. So for now that's all I have. I guess the next step is to get a player walking about, which will probably be the topic of the next video. Until then, many thanks for watching.